Greetings! I've recently been asked about why I put so much emphasis on weight of pass, accuracy of pass, and technical ability. And I decided to just do a quick video just to explain what I mean by, weight of pass, accuracy of pass, and of course, the technical ability to receive the ball. So basically what this means to me is when Chelsea are playing against teams that play a low block defense and are very compact, think, Burnley last year, for instance, teams that don't like to make spaces between defenders more than like maybe 5 to 7 meters apart. When you encounter teams that play that way, it is very, very difficult to play through them. For the most part, Chelsea would just play down the flanks and, whip in crosses and hope that we have somebody that can get on the end of it. So what City like to do is basically weight passes to compensate for the small spaces. So what do you do when the spaces are small? You pass it faster. You move it through that space faster so that the defenders don't have time to react to the pace of the ball. So in that space of 5 to 7 meters, the weight of the pass is very important. If you just try and slide it through, the reaction time of the defender is probably going to be, fast enough to compensate for the pace of the ball. If you waited hard enough and you disguise the pass well enough, then chances are you can put it through that 3 to 5 meters. So the next aspect of this is the accuracy of the pass. It's one thing to weight it correctly and get it through the defenders, but if the pass is wayward and the attacker can't take it under control in stride or where he can make an action on the ball that affects the movement in the final third, then it's of no value. So yes, the weight of the pass is very important to break the line, but then also the accuracy of the pass so that the receiver can get it and manipulate the ball so that he can affect what's happening in the 18. Far too often with Chelsea, if the pass is weighted correctly, it's not necessarily with the accuracy to allow for the receiver to take it in control and basically not break stride. So accuracy of the pass is extremely important, and as far as I'm concerned, we have people that can make the line breaking passes, but we don't have people that have the accuracy to play it into one of our attackers so that they don't have to break stride, or that they don't have to compensate for a wayward pass. So that's usually where the moves break down for Chelsea, just accuracy of pass and speed of pass. And we see it time and time again when we get on the break that Chelsea just don't have the ability to pick passes in a fashion that allows for the receiver of the ball to just not break stride and continue on his run, and again just keep the continuity of the move going. And of course the last aspect of this whole thing is of course the technical ability of the receiver. If you're weighting the pass, you're passing the ball with a lot of pace, and the technical ability of the receiver is not up to snuff, they're not able to handle those types of passes, what you find is the move breaks down there, because when the pass is weighted too heavily for them, they don't have the depth enough touch to just take it under control and then do what they need to do with it. So far too often when you weight the pass a little bit too heavily to get it through those lines, the receiver usually tries to take it under control, it bounces off of them, they have to compensate for their lack of touch and have to go chasing the ball. And in that instance, the opportunities to affect what's happening in that final third, in that 18, is gone, because these are areas where you have to be able to manipulate the ball in tight spaces very, very quickly. And as soon as you have a missed touch here or a wayward pass there, the opportunities are gone. This is the difference between us and say somebody like Man City, who have De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, Foden, Mahrez, Gundogan, all these guys, Cancelo, that are very good at weighting passes, accurately placing balls into receivers, and of course the receivers being technically sound enough to take the ball and do something with it. It's not like when you weight the ball incorrectly, it's just bouncing off of them and they have to go chasing. We don't have a lot of players like that. We don't have a lot of players that are capable of, number one, playing that accurate pass, number two, weighting it correctly, in that final third where you have to speed things up a bit more to affect what's happening with defenders. And we don't have the receivers. If you remember anything last season with Lukaku as our striker, anytime you try to give him any sort of a pass with any sort of pace to it, he's just bouncing off of him, where he's not even trying to make an attempt to play it. We're seeing the same things with Kai Havertz this season, where the pace of the pass and his technique, his technical ability is forcing him when he's making his first touch to take the ball 2 to 3 meters away, and then he has to compensate for his first touch, and then by then, the defenders converge around him and the move is broken. We have a lot of players that are very good at playing into space and running onto it. I'm talking with the likes of Aubameyang. Actually, Kai Havertz is also pretty good at that as well. We have Raheem Sterling, we have Pulisic and whatnot, but we don't have guys that are very good at handling passes in tight spaces, that have pace to them, and can manipulate the ball in those small areas once they get into control. And this is the difference. If we want to be a team that can pick locks, break down teams that play with a low block defense, then what we need to do is get technical ballers, guys that can handle weighted passes, and we have to have passers, players that are capable of making eye through a needle pass with the accuracy and weight of pass correct. Until we can do that, we're going to struggle breaking down low block defenses.